Hi, Kurt Mortensen here. This is the Maximize Your Influence channel. Just finished up Maximize Your Influence, the podcast. And of course, this channel, I supersize some of the things I talked about on the podcast. But do check out the podcast at MaximizeYourInfluence.com, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, wherever you want to go to get that information, to understand some of the sales secrets, the sales statistics that I talked about. Because some things you're doing right, some things you can fine tune, sometimes you just don't know. But here's an amazing statistic that came out. 82% of people that were talking to a salesperson said they were unprepared. Unprepared, 82%, that's incredible. Is it true? Maybe. Is it not true? Or is it you're not coming across as trustworthy, you're not teaching them anything new, you're just vomiting about your company, your products or service instead of really finding out what they need and what they want? That could be a big challenge. Now the big question that came up is, what's the difference between foot in the door and door in the face? Before I get into that, hit like, hit subscribe, tell your family, friends, and enemies. Go to MaximizeYourInfluence.com and find out how to take your free Persuasion IQ test, about coaching, and of course, the free book, the new edition of Maximize Your Influence, available for free. Just pick up a little shipping and handling. So door in the face, foot in the door. You've heard these before. They're both great persuasion tools, but very different, but both involve doors and salespeople. And this is where it comes from. Foot in the door is that salesperson that, they stick their foot in the door and you can't shut it. And then the door in the face, obviously, is them slamming the door in your face. You're like, okay, what does this mean? What is the difference here? Let me explain it to you. The first one comes foot in the door. This is from Freedman and Fraser back at Stanford University. And this goes back a while, where they had a group of women and they said, hey, we want to go into your house and inventory all the soap and different things that you use. And like, no, that's a big ask. But when they took the inventory over paper, had a few questions, and then asked to come into their homes, it dramatically increased the percent of people that would let them in. It's also called sequential request, a little bit at a time. It's easier to persuade people in 2 or 3 pieces or 2 or 3 meetings than one big meeting or one big piece. That is foot in the door. Sequential request. Here's another one. This was done at a university. They were interviewing the psychology students, and they went to them and said, hey, will you do a sensory perception study Saturday at 7 a.m.? I mean, that's a huge ask. 7 a.m., get up at 6 a.m. And only 24% said yes. Here's what they did. Hey, we're doing a sensory perception study. We participate. Well, yeah. Saturday, are you available? Yeah. 7 a.m., can you be there? Yes. Went from 24% to 56%. 56%, that's more than double, and it's much, much easier. That is foot in the door. Now let's contrast that with door in the face. So that's when you get that door slammed in your face, you get that first no out of the way. You see in negotiation, they start really high, really low. You're like, no, getting that no out of the way. That's what door in the face is. For example, at a blood drive, when they say we donate blood today, it was 31% said yes. But when they say, hey, we donate blood every 2 months for the next 3 years, you're like, no. We at least donate today, went from 31% to 49% yes, by adjusting the perception, adjusting the no, adjusting what you're asking them to do. Or when people say, will you do a 2-minute survey? And 25% said yes, but when they say, hey, we do a 2-hour survey, you're like, no. Will you at least give us 2 minutes? Went from 25% to 50%. That's double by using door in the face. Those are great tools. Now, what is the difference? Foot in the door, door in the face. Those are the differences. Basically, foot in the door is used to start the persuasion process, to start the yeses, to start the yeses, to start the yeses, to start persuading the person. So you use foot in the door, sequential request, to start the persuasion process, to get the yeses. Now, what door in the face is used for is to adjust the perception of time, energy, resources, money, or budget. Because you're always going to get that no, it's too expensive, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources, I don't have the support. And you start with that no, getting that no out of the way and adjusting the perception of what you're asking them to do. That's the difference. So foot in the door, you're starting the persuasion process, you're starting to get the yeses. Door in the face is used to adjust the perception of time, value, energy, budget, resources, or money. That is the difference between foot in the door and door in the face. So those are both great tools that you can start using in the persuasion process. And that's the difference. Sequential request, foot in the door, getting the yeses, starting the persuasion process. Door in the face is just the perception of time, energy, value, and money. Use these tools, master these tools, understand the difference and when and where to use these tools, and go out and persuade with power.